What up, everybody? This your boy, the Black Akashi, and I'm here to talk about my top 10 quirks and my hero. If this is your first time here, Detroit, smash that like button and let me know what your favorite quirks are in my hero. So let's get to it. Number 10, Dark Shadow, the first stand that's not in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This ability is perfect for long range, for long distance, and is a force to be reckoned with. Now, the only downside of this seemingly unstoppable quirk is its weakness to light. If you attack it with any light-based attacks, or if you're in an area that's extremely bright, Dark Shadow would be much smaller and weaker and be less of a threat. And what makes it unstoppable, besides its long range based combat, is when it's dark outside. Now, if you master Dark Shadow and not lose control of it like Tokoyami did, then you're practically Batman. But the only downside would still be light attacks. Besides that, you'd practically be unstoppable in the night. I can see, Tokoyami becoming more of a nighttime hero once he masters Dark Shadow in the future and only patrol during the day if necessary. Number 9, IQ. Imagine L and Light from Death Note, Lelouch from Code Geass, and Shikamaru from Naruto, but with teeth. That's literally the best way to describe this quirk because it makes your IQ multiply. So imagine, oh shit. So imagine how smart you would be if you already have a good IQ. The only reason I have this at number 9 and not 10 is because of how important it is and how much of a tactician you can become with it. Number 8, Permeation. Now this is Mirio, aka Lemillion's quirk. With the ability to phase through anything is kinda lit because nobody would land attacks on you, but you can land attacks on them. Mirio can choose which parts of his body can phase through stuff, or he could just make his whole body do it. Since we're in season 4 already, I won't go into too much spoilers, but just know that Mirio shows you why he worked so hard to master that quirk and prove why he's the GOAT. This quirk is also very dangerous if you don't have a good sense of it because your senses are negated when you use it, meaning sound, sight, and oxygen will be gone. And in the hero field, you'd have to be extremely careful rescuing people because you can't make other people phase with you as well. So if a villain attacks or something else happens, he'd have to deactivate his quirk in order to protect the civilian. Overall, it's a really great quirk once you master it, but if you half-ass it, then it'll end up being a waste. And wasted potential is always a bad thing. Number 7, Eraser. Aizawa Sensei's quirk, which allows you to erase people's quirks as long as he's got his eyes on them. Now in the right hands, this quirk is a major necessity. This quirk is primarily a short-term quirk and not a long-term quirk, meaning that it's only meant to be used for a short duration and not for like hours or such, because it has a major strain on your eyes, or maybe that's just because Aizawa has a dry eye syndrome. But light attacks could be a pain in the ass because you primarily need your eyes for it, so if you get hit with a flashbang or something, it's game over, for like 30 or so seconds. Unless you have badass shades like Aizawa does. Now this might be a good quirk to have, but it's also bad because if you don't have it, if you ain't got no hands, then you are just more of a sidekick instead of a pro hero like Aizawa. It's great for multiple groups. We clearly saw that in USJ when Aizawa washed all of those level 1 villains with mid difficulty and had to put in more effort with Shigaraki. I bet if Aizawa dyed his hair yellow, he could straight up go Super Saiyan, and that would be so amazing. Horikoshi, do that, man, do that. That'd be so lit. A Halloween episode, have his eye, have him dressed. He ain't even gotta dress up as nothing. He just make his hair yellow to make people think he's All Might, and then have his hair go up and shit. That'd be so freaking lit. Number 6, Overhaul, the quirk of the main villain of season 4. Now y'all seen his quirk already, so this isn't really a spoiler. He can disassemble and reassemble things with just a touch. It's like Shigaraki's quirk, but better. You can do so many things with this quirk. You can manipulate matter and change things, making it a pain in the ass for enemies. Imagine slapping the shit out of somebody and then they just explode. Like, I could imagine a pimp with a quirk like this and be like, "Bitch, where's my money?" And it just slaps them and He just slaps them and then they disassemble and then he restores them and be like, now next time I'm gonna leave you with 3 eyes and no arms. Get back to work. This quirk is practically unstoppable, and you know you can't get tired from it anyway because it doesn't really have strain on your body. I mean, unless your arms are weak or something. If you got like some kind of disease like Mr. Glass, then yeah, it'd be a pain in the ass. But other than that, there's no downside of it. The only downside of it would be is if somebody broke your arms or somebody chopped your arms off as well, making you not able to use your quirk. Number 5, brainwashing. Shinso's quirk is just like Aizawa's, but leans more towards mind control. You can literally make people do whatever you want just from them talking to you. Like, that's dangerous, considering we live in a world where people talk so much and don't know how to shut the hell up sometimes. But the trick is they have to reply to you in order for the ability to work. Another thing is that no one can resist it. It's damn near unbeatable, unless you're Deku or someone has a taser to snap you out of it. Just like Aizawa, this quirk is very good, but if you don't have any hands, then you're in trouble. Like, imagine somebody somehow found a way to break through it, and they won't listen and they won't answer to you now. So now you have to rely on either running or fighting. Yeah. Which is why I hope he trains in hand-to-hand combat with Aizawa in order to be a bigger threat. Now, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but he's got a pretty good upgrade that makes him even more dangerous now. Number 4, Hellfire. The quirk of the number 1 hero, Endeavor. It's fire. What more can I say? Fire is badass no matter where it is. You can do whatever you want with it. Endeavor was clearly making fire arrows and he was running on the walls and shit. Another badass thing about fire is blue flames. The best flames ever, might I add. Now, I want to see more of these blue flames from my boy and not that bum Dobby. Or even Shoto even too. He could do it too. But he hasn't done it, but I hope he learns it in the future. Number 3, Icy Hot. This quirk is freaking badass, man. Just because you can use fire and ice. You have the best of both worlds. You have counters for both of your attacks. If you use fire, you can calm it down with the ice. If you use ice, you can melt it with the fire. Come on. Like, he's the perfect guy for summer and winter. He could cool himself off if he gets hot, and he can warm himself up if he gets cold. He's already going to be a top 3 hero in the future, but I swear, if Shoto had mastered both fire and ice in the beginning of the show, instead of just ice, he could have been the youngest top tier hero ever in My Hero. Number 2, One for All. The quirk of the GOAT, All Might, and the future GOAT, Deku. Now, this quirk is more of a performance type of quirk. It gives you super strength, super speed, super anything. There's another amazing feat about this quirk that's a manga spoiler, but it's so top tier, and it will shock you. Now, this quirk is passed down from generation to generation and can be used by anyone, whether you have a quirk or not. So if you already got a pretty damn good quirk, imagine having One for All. That just makes you even more OP. Now, I would make this my number 1 just because of All Might, but that wouldn't be fair to the number 1. But would make sense though, because it did beat the number 1 in season 3. Point that out. Now, number 1 shouldn't be too surprising. All for One, the most OP quirk in My Hero. This practically makes you a god, with the ability to have multiple quirks, and you can steal people's quirks as well. And just like One for All, you can pass this on as well. With a quirk like this, you can do whatever you want. If somebody wants smoke, all you gotta do is take their quirk, or do what All for One did and just create a big ass arm and just punch the shit out of them. Whether you're a hero or a villain, you can do so many things with it. Thank you for watching the video. And remember, go beyond plus ultra.